All right, am I on the air? Microphone is moving, or the little graph that shows the microphone. Anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to have you on board today. It is a beautiful Sunday, October 24th here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The rain stopped around midnight and we're feeling better. Things are drying up. And welcome everyone. Glad to have you all on board today. As you see, we have a very active volcano in front of us. And of course that is Cumbre Vieja volcano in La Palma in the Canary Islands. And looking beautiful. But we'll discuss that a little bit more. First, I got to get into the regular business here. For those who are joining us, please take a look at the top of the chat box. It'll say top chat or live chat. And that means that you are watching the stream while it is actually happening. If you happen to see top chat replay or live chat replay up there, that means you are watching the recording of the stream after the fact. And if that's the case, that means you can no longer interact with the people in the chat box. So they've all left, gone home, cooked their dinner, and are putting their feet up watching the rerun. Anyway, you can still make regular comments down below. And speaking of down below, yes, that sounds like a bad place, but that's where all the magma is. Also, that is where we put all the information for the stream as to times and what days it's on, which is daily. And we also have some shortcuts down there for all of those other good things that you need to know, like how to bring up the maps for Iceland, Hawaii, as well as La Palma, and 3D maps for Iceland and La Palma as well. And there's quite a variety there. So all that said, I need to get on and into saying hello to some of you good people. And let's see, new names in here. Jeffrey Dotson, welcome. Yvonne Kunkel is here as well. And of course, I should say good evening to the moderators. Piggy is here, Arizona Snowman also here, and I'm sure Paul Zilla will show up somewhere along the way, and he usually does. As well as, let's see, Henrietta is back. Welcome, Henrietta. Frosty username as well. LCG, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Diane Craig here as well. Good to see you, Diane. Rebecca Patterson, Phyllis Johnson, Sue Hayes, 95 Winston, Carrie Mary 53, Kevin Haynes, Sharon Stewart, Suzanne, Susanna P, Adele. Welcome all you guys. Glad to have you all on board. David Nickel, let's see, who else? Brutal Avenger, Tom Caruso, welcome back you guys. Big Mally, I hope I said that right, from Southwest Wales, okay, or South Wales, my apologies. Good to have you on board today. Cherry Pino back as well, welcome back. And just trying to go through Yvonne Kunkel, I think I might have mentioned you already. Aaron Horton already here as well. Liz Markman Moyler, Judy McClellan, McClelland. Welcome back. Charlotte also here. Nancy Buchanan, Grandma B. Good to see all of you guys popping back. Barbara Visser back as well, and good evening, Zoe. Glad to have you on board here. Tim Buckingham also on the channel. Thanks for coming back. And let's see who else made it in. Boy, I'm gonna have trouble with this one. Is it Giantino? I'm sorry with the name here. Saliba. Okay, I hope I didn't butcher it too much, but welcome. Aurelio Perez, welcome back. Good to have you on board. Steve Penland as well. Chicky Gomberg is back. Welcome, Chicky. Payet, also back in the house today. Good to see you again. And let's see, I mentioned Frosty username earlier. We got Brent Marcotte also here. Sleepy Dormouse made it in as well. And curled up right beside the fire, I guess. Did I say Rebecca Patterson? I hope so. Let's see, Brutal Avenger we got, and going up a little bit more, trying to catch whoever else snuck in, like Larry Vladica, and let's see, who else did I miss? We got Judy, we got Grandma B, Tim we got, yeah, I think, oh, there's Annie is in here as well. Welcome, Annie, glad to have you on board. And just trying to roll up here real fast. Tina Sassy also in the channel, welcome. And boy, you guys seem to be chatting away here. There's a lot of stuff in the channel already. Did I mention Sharon Stewart? If not, I will now. And of course, the first one in the channel here today was Wessex Dragon. So he's the one who gets the cookies apparently. So, good job, and we'll get to the volcano in a second here. Just gotta do something here real quick before I do that. There we go. Okay, that is done, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch down on the bottom that I haven't seen. Volcano leaking at the side. Yes, we will get into that shortly. And all good. Flo Smith also here. Benson Crawford made it back as well. Kate also got back in here. Welcome. Big Toe also snuck in while I was up at the top at the other end. John Lloyd also did, as well as Addict Otter. And let's see, who else did I miss? Dodger is also here, and glad to see all of you wonderful people pop in. Dream of a Hive is there as well, so didn't want to forget Dream. Okay, anyway, yeah, let's talk about the big holes in the side of the crater, and that's very cool, very interesting. And about 3 hours ago, roughly, is when the things changed. The flow that was coming out towards the north, those lava tubes seem to have plugged up all of a sudden, and then we have stuff coming out the west side of that volcano, and that was kind of neat to watch and to see. And we will get back into a view that we can actually look at it from and we'll use this one here, I think, or is the other one the one that's a little bit further out? I gotta just check and see which one's better here for us. This one, I don't know. Actually, I don't think it's gonna matter which one we use. Okay, so let me get into what what we're going to do is we're going to go back on the whole portion of the day, and let's start, rather than with the 3 hours ago, let's go right back to about 12 hours ago, and let's see what this volcano was actually doing. And for a while there, as the sun was moving through, it was very difficult to see. But shortly thereafter it did clear up, so I thought this was kind of an amazing shot to be able to see that smoke coming off of the backside of that cone. Pretty awesome looking. And of course you seen that this, like I say, this is earlier today, so that's almost 12 hours ago, 11:45. And as we move on with the day, there were times where it was really smoking heavy, other times where it was just taking light little puffs, and of course it was doing its thing all day long, and you could actually see the lava plume shooting out of there. So for a lot of people, when they look at this, they say, well, this doesn't look anywhere near as intense as what's happening at nighttime. But no, it actually is the same. It's just we cannot see it as well due to the natural daylight. Anyway, I didn't want to move ahead too far, but I did notice it was really smoking a lot with that lighter colored smoke today. Not sure what that is indicating. And then of course we had more heavy eruptions happening a little bit later as things started pushing through. So when I seen this, I also wondered in the shot to the right of that, when that smoke actually finally kind of cleared, we did see that there was another vent or something smoking on the other side. And I'm trying to find that spot. Time-wise, it's should have been somewhere this morning here. So we'll see if we can kind of find that. Anyway, there was a lot more smoke coming out from the southern side, and boy, this is still pretty heavy here. Yeah, still hard to tell, but we did see quite a bit of that. There was some visible from the main cone collapse. The main cone collapse from earlier today. Well, let me go through it. The cone itself has rebuilt its rim again. Okay, so that's kind of neat and interesting, but we'll get to that. I'm trying to find the extra smoke that was coming out the other side here, but yeah, this is where it kind of calmed down a bit. Yeah, it should be somewhere around here. So we were seeing more smoke coming up, and it was in the backside here. That's what I was looking for, and I'm sure we'll find it. There, it seems like that's where it was starting, and anyway, it seemed to progress with more and more smoke coming up from that side as the day went by, and then it stopped and all disappeared, and I kind of wondered, okay, something plugged that hole up, which is fine. Now, talking about plugging holes up, if we move along in the day a little bit more, we see that, you know, it looked like it was doing its normal eruptions the way we've seen it all the way through, and of course, again, you know, it's more difficult to see it during the daylight. As things start to get darker, you start to see more of that, the lava plumes coming out, although some of them are a little bit higher now, just before things, the sunset kind of thing. So as we move along, we can see more of that, and I want to get to yeah, there it was dumping more black smoke again, fairly heavy stuff, and I want to get to the point where we have the change in flow here, and ooh, okay, a little bolt of lightning. I don't know if you guys seen that, but this is just before it changed directions. Please, okay, Twig is also on the house. Let's see, who else snuck in while I'm babbling away here? Let's see, did I miss anyone? I got David, Pamela Moncure, I hope I said hi to you. Rick also here, good evening, and Wormhand made it back as well, good to see you. Firestorm also in the house. Dippy is back as well. MG 2431 also here. D Anderson also got back in, good to see you. Dennis Ray also there as well. Laura Rennie, and let's see, I think I got D earlier. So anyway, I think I owe most of you guys. and gals, and hopefully this will kind of, well, okay, looking at the screen right now, basically what's happening is it's continuing to erupt the way it was. Now, what I'm surmising, and this is just hypothetical, is that we ended up getting some larger boulders or something inside the cone. And of course, our primary exit for the lava was here. Okay, and when that was blocked, and I'm thinking that it would have been blocked, that's fairly down low, you know, so that's kind of at this height. Somewhere in between there is maybe where the port lies inside the crater, right? We're not 100% sure exactly where it is, but if we go ahead a little bit, and I think I'm going to do the 10-second increments here to try to, I'll actually get rid of that scribble on there as well. As we move ahead, if we can get to it where it started flowing out and really heating up that side, that's what I want to see here. So we're real close to it. We did have extra flow at this point, and that is 3 hours 21 minutes ago, and it was somewhere right around there that it would have happened. There we can start seeing lava here, okay, and if you keep an eye on this now, you'll see that it's going to be a decreased flow coming out of there. Right now it's still spritzing up, and you can actually see it, and I'm wondering if it had some boulders or something move in the way, and it could be just that. But from this point onward, if you watch this area, you'll see that a lot of the larger rocks and stuff start tumbling down fairly quickly. And if we go up on our closer view, hang on, that didn't do oh, that's on the other view, that's why. Never mind, that's not going to work. I was going to try to bring it in closer, but that's on a different feed. So anyway, you see where it started coming out, and you do actually see the rocks and stuff flowing out of there. I'm gonna see if I can actually set that up on the other one here. Just give me a second or two. Want to see how far back. We'll go 318 on the other one, and see if that'll help it out. Go back to 318. Yeah, that might work here. So yeah, okay, that should bring it up a little bit closer. Yeah, not much closer, but it does allow us to see it just a little better compared to the other one. Yeah, so anyway, as you can see, a lot of that material falling down now, it's kind of neat to see that, but the fact that the flow is now changing and moving to the western outlets, this is actually beneficial for the area that you know, it's going to turn around and dump that lava onto the existing lava flows that were already there, rather than to the north side. So this is actually a good thing in a way, and you can see that lava is actually pouring out of there a little bit faster now, out of that hole. So I thought that was kind of neat to see. So if you're watching that area, and then of course down on the bottom, whoa, what's wrong with my? It allowed me to do that. All right, something's wrong with my whiteboard. We'll have to try that again. Okay, well, more crayons. Peggy, did you eat these crayons? Oh, I knew she was munching on something earlier there. Okay, all right. Let's get over 200. Anyway, there we go. We got that working. So down on the bottom, it's flowing out pretty good. But this area, just watch the whole area, basically ends up turning red shortly. And that's kind of telling you that there's a lot of perforations through there, little tiny open pockets. And as the lava reheats the area, because the level of the lava in the dome probably rose a little bit and got access to these extra little openings because of a blockage into that north passage. So that's kind of what I'm surmising. She ate the crayons, breaks Doc's mug, stole his Pepsi. Yep, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, Yvonne, it's oh, never mind. I'm just gonna keep my comments to myself for right now. Bop that thumb pointing upwards. Yes, absolutely, bop that thumb. And that's important for us here. I see we got 279 people in here, only 127 likes. I guess over half of you aren't liking it today. I'm sorry. I hope we get a few more people hitting that like button. Really encourage me. I'd love to see that go over 200 very, very quickly to keep this wonderful stream going. By the way, just to mention to everyone, this stream is not monetized, so you will not see any commercials on it. And also to let you know that, yes, we do have the super chat is active. So if you so feel inclined, you can, but nobody is obligated to do so. Also note, I have up in the top of the chat box pinned a message for MT Coal Forge. And he is running the Volcano stream as well, and he's got a little different concepts that he's doing with the camera views there. So for those who are wanting to maybe go check out new things afterwards, you might want to pop in there and subscribe and say hi and tell him where you found the wonderful information. So we don't mind helping out a wonderful Wormhand goes in for Pepsi flavored crayons. Pepsi? Oh, you Wormhand, the problem is then I'm going to eat them. Thank you kindly for that super chat. That's awesome, and really do appreciate it, Wormhand. That helps support helps support the Pepsi / Crayon Fund. Awesome stuff. Thank you very much. Anyway, so yeah, what I was saying about MT Coal Forge, you can pop over there and have a look, and they're basically running the same thing, same type of material, but with some different camera views there. So remind peoples how to bop. Yes. Okay, if you are on the phone, if you're using a cell phone, you actually have to get out of that screen and or out of the stream screen by Xing out of it and then getting to the like button and then going back in. I know it's infuriating is what it is. Otherwise you can't find it unless you're running in browser mode, which is a little bit different. John Lloyd, £5 super chat. Sorry, it's not more. We'll send more when I can. Oh, John, absolutely no worries there. Thank you kindly for the £5 super chat. That's awesome. Nobody needs to, like I said, nobody needs to. You're not required to, but thank you. I do appreciate the support, and it does help out. So anyway, looking at what's happening on the stream or on the screen as we were going through today's sideways eruption there, going to the west, and it's a lot more interesting to see that westerly flow happening. And of course, you can still see bands of lava heading down there. Pretty cool. And this area seems to be cooling off now. And I'm wondering if we're going to see any more flow out this side, if that's going to block itself off completely. And like I said, it can be something as simple as some large boulders fell in off the interior walls, plugged the hole up, caused the level to go up a little bit inside the cone, found some new little soft spots, and utilized those to allow that lava to exit the cone. So this is in all likelihood what we're seeing, and probably will continue to see that for a while. So as we carried on, and I know some of it wasn't very good looking during the night, but hang on, I'm trying to hit that spot where we had the whole side of the cone lighting up a little bit more. But there you can already see that it redeveloped the tubes down lower quite a bit. And trying to get up a little bit closer here. I think I might have passed some of that already. Let me go back. Yeah, where was that spot? Well, maybe a little bit further down. I'll have to see where it was here. Anyway, it started really turning red in a lot of the areas up in this area. And I thought the entire wall was going to come out. So let's see if we can move ahead a little bit more and find that spot. And oh, I think I might have found it. Yeah, here just a little earlier than that. Okay, we'll just back up a little bit. One more. Okay, so there we go. All right, so from there. And now this happened about an hour and a half ago, hour and 28 minutes ago. From this point, so where that circle is, that's where you're going to see the material start popping out. And just to expedite the process here, I will advance it a little bit just so we get ahead a little bit on it. And okay, there we had some heavier eruptions, and let's see, we'll get it going here. I don't know how far that slider went back. There it goes, and you can see the lava starting to come out up higher, and this is really interesting. So you know that lava level in the cone is at least up equal with that hole. And that's a lot of lava inside there. So let's see what happens here. It does turn fairly quickly. You see some extra material falling down from the top. One of the things I noticed is as that material kind of goes over, it does help open up the side of that volcano a little bit more. So we'll just go through this. Catherine Fall, also here from Tasmania. Welcome. Small avalanches reveal the heat underneath. Yes, absolutely. And the larger ones allow those openings to open up a little bit more and really show that it's not very a solid material, that we actually see a lot pushing right through. Dr. Fox is controlling the earthquakes with a giant Pepsi burps. Dippy, you might have a way of controlling it there. And Miss Lobo Bob also made it in. Excellent. Benson Crawford. We see you, Benson Crawford. Glad to have you on board, Benson Crawford. Flash Cash. The Flash Cash. Welcome. Alan Coker also here. Anyway, what we are watching or kind of recapping is what happened earlier today. And this is about an hour and 27 minutes ago, looking at the side of the volcano. If we carry on with it a little bit, and I'm just trying to do it in 5-second increments here, just to help it along a little bit, because otherwise I'm going to fall asleep going too slow trying to describe it. Okay, it gets longer and longer. Actually, let's move ahead 10 seconds at a time. There we go. That'll work a little bit better, I think. Anyway, you see some larger material being ejected and flowing over, and then all of a sudden we start seeing hot spots and flow spots. And if you look right here, that's the beginning of it, and it really did start to light up. And when you seen that, and we'll go ahead by the 10-second mark again here, just to expedite this. And let's see, well, it gets darker and then it starts to get lighter. Okay, at this point it really starts to get light, and you kind of wonder what is going on there. And I'm looking at it going, okay, is this whole wall going to pop out right away? And as we continue on, we see it lighting up more and more, and we're moving ahead in 5-second increments here now. And you can start to see it really lights up, and then a lot more materials flowing right down the hill, and we are getting a lot of smoke on there. And literally you can see that rubble now moving down the hill here. And that's why I thought we were going to get a great big hole in the side of that cone. That hasn't happened yet, but it has created one heck of a soft spot here and here. So anything is possible, and right now of course we're seeing surface smoke there obscuring it a little bit, but you also still see the material flowing down the hill, which is, you know, these are big chunks. That one big boulder right there, that's probably the size of a couple cars. Okay, so it's not a small piece of rock, just so you kind of get a better understanding of what we're actually looking at. And of course we don't have any scale on here, unfortunately, because of the distance and the physical size of the thing. It's very hard to put some kind of a stick figure in there to give you an idea of what it looks like. I should try to figure out how we can actually come up with something like that. But also you see again another hot spot there. So all of it kind of makes you wonder, is that whole area, you know, ready to pop right out? That's the cork in there. It's just going to go boosh, and the lava will flow. But we did see that this started flowing up from a higher point, because we used to have the outflow from down low here. So very interesting all the way around with all of this right now. We will push it back to almost live here to see the progress a little bit, and then you see how that hot spot kept on developing. And this is what I was kind of thinking, that we're going to see it pop out of there, but it hasn't done that, and it's cooled itself back off, and it's trying to repair itself. This is live now. We still are seeing a couple major vents out here pouring, so that's going to take the pressure off the level in here. That'll cause it to go back down, as long as we don't get as much lava erupting. Again, we're not seeing anything in this area other than the small patch that's still here. If there is still a lava tube in here somewhere, it's not moving as fast as the material that's coming out of these two holes here. So, and let's see, a couple more people that popped in I wanted to say hi to. We got Susan, we got Sophie is back as well, Aunt Memo, Grandma B, I think I might have mentioned you earlier, Flo Smith in the house, as well as Mona Alfano, and let's see, Teresa made it back in as well. Alan Coker also here. I see you, Tom. I don't know if you were there earlier. Okay, just a gentle reminder to everyone, the language here is English. Epididymouse. Epididymouse. Okay, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Let's see. I think we got most of the other good names in here. If I did not call your name out, don't panic. Don't worry. We'll catch you somewhere along the way, and you are definitely welcome to be here regardless. Helen, welcome, and glad to have you on board. There's Paul Zilla. We didn't see him earlier, so he's back in the channel. Good to see you there, Paul. Sean Art also made it in, and that gets us pretty much to our oh, Carrie, I think I might have mentioned you earlier, Carrie. Nick Addison, hi, thanks for the information. You are most certainly welcome, and thank you for that £4.49 awesome super chat. Really do appreciate the support, you guys, and all good there. And I'm going to clear the screen off, and we are going to go to a wider view and set that stream back to where it needs to be. And let's see, poofed back to live, and real quick around the cameras. So of course I had the two shots kind of similar, only it's actually the same cameras there, guys. So top right is just a zoomed in version of the top left, just slightly zoomed in. Didn't want to distort the picture too much. The one down on the bottom left, of course, is the long shot from over in the harbor area, and our observatory, unfortunately, today is getting all the smoke. So that's why our observatory cam is looking really, really poor. But it did look good earlier, and we will have a look at that when I come back from my break. So for all those good people that are in here, 357 of you, welcome to the stream, and glad to have you on board. I'm DrFox2000, located here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and you are indeed watching the Volcano Eruption live stream. And we see we are at 199 likes. Let's see if we can push that over 250 real quick, guys, before I get back from my break. I'd love to see that go up. Those numbers are vitally important for the analytics of the channel, and they do definitely help out in making the channel grow. You know, some people think, who needs another like on there? But it does for us who are trying to grow a decent channel. We do really, really appreciate you hitting that button. And for those who have not yet subscribed, although we do have a very good subscriber rate, well over 50% of all of you who are watching are subscribed, we still would like to see that number growing, of course. So if you haven't done that yet, consider hitting that button. Also, please have a look down below in the description, and you will see what we have as far as the when the stream is on. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's down there, as well as the other links or bot commands to bring up the links, so you guys can have a peruse at all kinds of different information, whether it's here in Hawaii, or sorry, well, here, Canada. I haven't put a link in for the Canadian one yet. I'm going to work on that, though, but definitely for the Hawaiian one is in there. La Palma is in there for the 3D maps, as well as the earthquakes, and we have also Iceland in there for the 3D map, the earthquakes, and the tremor chart. So All those things are in there, and a few other links to some other good people. There, Paulzilla just brought up the 3D map for La Palma, and we will be looking at that guy in a little while. On that note, though, I am going to go take my break. Don't forget to hit that like button. I will be back in 5 minutes. Bye. Okay, I've got the microphone back on, and very good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good day to all of you. And I'm your host, DrFox2000. You are watching the Volcano Eruption live stream, and I seen the question go by: why are the two images at the top left and right not synchronized? I think the one on the right is supposed to have been zoomed in for, okay. Real Bounty, it's because they're actually running on two separate sources. That's why. Same source, but two separate feeds. And that's part of the problem. And I happen to have done that when the other one didn't normally show up. TV La Palma wasn't on, so I used the other one. So that's actually what one of the other sites was showing. So that's why they're not quite in sync. And I do apologize for that, but we'll work on that. We'll see if we can fix that up in the future here. So not a big concern. Benson Crawford, are you actually in Belize? I thought that was kind of interesting when you mentioned Belize, because I've been to Belize, out onto Ambergris Key, and I'm sure you know that where that is if you're in Belize. So really cool. TV Canaries is good as well. Well, that's what these two top feeds are, TV Canaries, okay? Canary is, or whatever. I've been to Ambergris Key too. Cool, okay, right on, Barbarian. It's a beautiful place out there. Really did enjoy it, and yeah, I wouldn't mind going again. Was actually not bad pricing. Everything was really cool. Yes, I'm actually in, or actually on, you're in Cape Cocker. Okay, Cape Cocker. So cool. Right on, Benson. That's awesome. Glad to have someone there. Barbarian says scuba or fly fishing. Actually, I didn't do any fishing down there. I wanted to see what it was like, and I actually took my ham radio equipment along with me to activate the country of Belize, since there was no active people there, and I did have actually got the Belizean call sign and everything, which was pretty cool. So that's what I went there for, and did enjoy some lovely time wandering around and avoiding getting eaten by caiman as I was heading north on the key up a little ways. So was a little bit scary with those guys. They look at humans as lunch if they're hungry. So anyhow, all fun. And it was a good time though, and that was back in '91 or something. Yeah, yeah, it was actually really cool. So really did enjoy it. Anyway, what we did want to talk about was we wanted to go to Iceland and see what that's doing next, and then we'll see if we can pop over to our wonderful Hawaii and just have a quick peek there. It's pretty calm in both places, but we will have a quick look and see what we've got there. So let's get over there. First off, we will go to the scene. This, of course, is earlier today, since the weather turned horribly Icelandish during the day, and I gotta find the right screen to get onto. There we go. And as it progressed, so actually before I move on to as it progressed, for those who don't know, our cone is right here, and that's what we refer to Ragnar. It started out way down here, maybe even lower. We'll show that sometime in the future, but anyway, that's Ragnar. This valley on the other side here is Geldingadalur. This is Upper Meridalier or Southern Meridalier, and Northern Meridalier or regular Meridalier is that way. And down the hill here is where Notthagi, the Valley of Notthagi is. So kind of gives you the idea, and you've seen where a lot of lava has flown. And it definitely has built up a lot of material there, and it has kind of quit doing its thing for a while now, and a lot of people are having hopes that it will come back. And let's have a quick peek at the tremor chart, and as you can see, it's still rocking up and down, and you know, it's back on an upward swing. You know, keep your hopes up. You never know what's going to happen. Yes, Paulzilla, I have heard from Siggy, and I'm kind of in a hush-hush mode right now. That's all I'm going to say. Siggy is okay, but I'm in a hush-hush mode right now. And it's some personal issues there for him. Anyway, back to this. So we do see, you know, that there is some tremor, harmonic tremor activity, but it is fairly stable yet. So not much happening there. I do see that we had a couple of spikes, and of course those would be earthquakes in all likelihood, and even here you see a little one on this side. So that would indicate that. Let's have a quick look at the earthquake map, and that kind of will go over all of Hawaii, all of Iceland. I wish it was tropical there, and that would be really cool. Just imagine palm trees in Iceland. For those who've been there, just imagine what that would look like. Anyway, let me get on the right screen here, and there we go. First off, I noticed way out here in the water, we did have a fairly good sized 3.2 quake, and that happened almost at 11 a.m. at 10 kilometers down in depth. So something just off the coast did indeed do that. Let's zoom in a little bit, and we can kind of get a little bit more of an idea what the other ones were doing. I do believe this is from yesterday, the 23rd at 1.4, and kind of give you the orientation of where you're at here, looking at this corner of Iceland. This is the Reykjanes Peninsula, and Keflavik Airport right here. That's the main international airport, and Reykjavik, the capital, is right here. And if we zoom in a little bit more, this is the town of Grindavik, and zoom in a little more, that's the Blue Lagoon right here, and the power plant would be beside it. And of course Ragnar, our volcano that we just looked at, would be sitting right here. And if we zoom in a little bit more, kind of go over it, so that's right there. And this is Geldingadalur. This is not Hagi, not Kriki, Southern Meridalier, and Meridalier itself, and here. So the lava, of course, flowed in various directions into these areas. And we didn't get that much there because of the berms that they had built and constructed. So anyway, moving up to where the swarm of earthquakes is, and of course for those who have been here for a while, the swarm used to be a lot more closer to this mountain here, and that's Keilir, an old volcano that has been dormant for a while. And most of this is now progressing down. We're not seeing as big of shakers there anymore. This one is 5 kilometers down, and it's a 1.5. We do see some fresh ones down here as well in this little tiny swarm, 6 kilometers down, a 0.9, you know, that kind of thing. So not sure if we're going to see anything happening in this area soon at all, but just to make everybody aware, there's still hope. Not much, but there is still hope. And anyway, as I'm shifting to the east here, just to look at some of the ice fields. Nothing major going on there. We didn't see anything big and new. There's a couple new spots here. Not sure what that would indicate. These were from today, 3 kilometers down, not very far down. And what's the other one here? That one is 5 kilometers down. It's always interesting when they get closer to the surface. This one was 1.4 at 13 kilometers down. And I'm sure if you wanted to go look at the map, you could. You can always bring that up by typing in earthquake, and that will bring up the Icelandic earthquake map. This area here, this is Askja, and Askja is a volcano that they thought was going to pop pretty soon. They did have some rise of about 7 or 8 centimeters in land level, although nothing has come to fruition as far as even showing any eruption type activity other than that small rise. I don't know if it sank back down or if it stayed there. Here's another area that we kept an eye on here. Again, 7 kilometers down, 0.7, and it's gone quiet. We used to have some swarms around here as well. So looking at that, central Iceland, nothing happening. Here up on the north side, we do have a few more from yesterday, 1.8. And I think this is today, the 24th, 1.7. So we do have some earthquakes happening, but they're all relatively small. That was from yesterday, 1.4. And I think this one might be today as well. So 10 kilometers down and a 1.7 from today. So that kind of gives you an overview of what's happening in Iceland, and it isn't a heck of a lot. Biggest earthquake out in the water, so it is pretty cool. Yeah, Helen Metcalf, if you do want to ask a question, you can definitely ask. The problem is I don't see things sometimes when they're going through the chat, especially if I'm on a rant of some sort. And if you do, okay, does anyone know if the top of the volcano caved in? No, it didn't. Well, it did yesterday. Today was a different day. I'll maybe cover that when we get back there, Helen. Okay. And we'll see what happens there. Okay, so that kind of is what we've got for Iceland. I want to see if we can get over to our wonderful Hawaii and talk about that for a second. Okay. Looks like a rhino snout. Piggy, it does. Okay, in a way. All right, I seen that. Okay, wrong map. Let's see. How about this one? Yeah, this is more like it. So this is out in Hawaii. Just to zoom out a little bit, give you a little better perspective. And there are our Hawaiian islands, of course. And if we zoom back in, this is the big island of Hawaii itself. And our area of concern is Kilauea, which is right there. This is also an area of interest where we have a swarm of earthquakes happening. So if we zoom in on Kilauea a little bit more, you can see majority of the earthquakes they've had there are all older ones, which is fine. You know, they're from the 29th of September, that kind of thing. So, yeah, all older stuff. Then we have a few newer ones. This one happened today, magnitude 1.7 and 2 miles down. This was from 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, 2.2, 8 miles down. So 8 miles down, about 14 kilometers, 2 miles down, about 3 kilometers down, for those who want to translate that real quick. And if we zoom in a little bit more, of course, here you have the options. If you go to this map, you can see some of the observatory cameras that they have set up, and that'll help you out a little bit if you want to go look at that. And I've never clicked on Kilauea itself here. No, doesn't do anything. Okay, so kind of gives you the idea of what's happening there. And of course, if we zoom into this swarm here, we see that there's really nothing majorly new. A lot of these are 2s, 2.1, 2.3. This is a new one from today, magnitude 2. And again, 20.6 miles down, so about 30 kilometers. And again, roughly about 30 and 2.4. And, you know, same depth. So they all seem to be somewhere in that general vicinity. There's some a little shallower, others a little deeper. And of course, there's also this little swarm that happened out here, and that had a 6.2 magnitude, which is a little bit more impressive when you're looking at that, and you kind of wonder what the heck is going on down there. A 4.3, and you know, these are older ones. Of course, not happening where we thought it should happen, and that's actually Loihi Sea Mound, and that will be our future Hawaiian island, without a doubt. So all those good things, we're good with that. Looking all right. Okay, I'm just looking at some of the stuff going on here. All right, Mr. Gary Cox, I don't know if you're not liking the channel or whatever, but let's not be too disruptive, okay? And anyway, let's get into the other thing here, and that was looking at our wonderful 24-hour quick view at what's going on at the volcano itself. And I'm still looking at my wonderful rock down on the bottom, which is my seismic indicator, and it's down here somewhere, and it hasn't moved much, so that's telling us things been quiet and stable there. So that rock, there's days that it really bounced around, but today it was just kind of sitting there, didn't do a thing. But it still looks pretty awesome, pretty cool. And on that note, though, let's return ourselves to our Lavali volcano and get back on there for now. And we see more of that material sliding down. The sides, our hot spots are still up fairly high, and you know, we could have, if the lava level continues to stay fairly high in that cone, we could see these ports here pour out more lava. But these ones are starting to get bigger, I think, and they will probably be the ones where we're going to see the flow coming out of. So unless those ones down on the bottom get blocked, we're probably going to cool off in the top a little bit again. But it is going to remain hot. Anyway, looking at the time, just about break time, and hopefully all of you are enjoying what you're seeing today. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do hit that like button. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, do consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you will be notified when the streams are on. Also, if you're needing to know when the streams are happening, you can take a look down in the description. It will tell you down there that the weekday times and the weekend times are slightly different. Weekends I start a little bit earlier to help out the European community, since it gets awful late when we start at 5 p.m. During the weekdays here in Canada, and of course it messes everybody up all the way around the world. We do have people from all over in the stream on a regular basis, so for us to be covering the globe is not unusual, and we do appreciate each and every one that is in here. Alan Coker just said there are 27 volcanoes currently erupting around the world. Alan, those are the 27 that are above the water, okay? And yes, we have 27 that are erupting, but we have a whole bunch more that are below sea level that we can't see so well. So just to kind of throw that in. And that's something that I wish they would actually put on their volcano maps, is some of the seamounts that are actually active, because we would be thoroughly surprised at how much higher that number is than just 27. Sleepy Dormouse, thank you, Dr. Fox, on behalf of us Europeans. Well, I am one of them, you know. And for those who don't know, yes, I was actually born in Germany. Okay, so I am a German. I'm a German Canadian, is what I call myself. So there you go. Oh, you're sending Siggy in the submarine. And let's see, Alessandro Ellie from Italy, welcome, and glad to have you on board. Kev the Argonaut also here. Okay, should just move the big stuff down from the first floor and second floor to the ground today. Oh boy, sounds like somebody's moving. She looks fiery tonight, absolutely. And the other views that we had, I wanted to pop that back over to the other one. And when you're looking at it from this side, you can see more of that activity. Actually, I think I'm going to leave it on this view while I'm taking my break, unless they cut that feed. But you can see the ones from behind shooting up as well. And it definitely is a wonderful fire fountain, as we described it right from the get-go, as it continues to have its multiple vents shooting up. So yeah, getting away from the seaside for a while. Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah, seashores not always the best place, especially if you got big tsunami coming in. Anyway, we won't talk about tsunamis too much yet. I am going to go have that break. Take care, everyone. Please, if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you haven't checked out the link up top there, MT Coalforge, he's also running a volcano stream showing Cumbre Vieja. You can probably go there afterwards. And of course, you can open that tab up and then right click on it with your mouse and select open in new tab. That way you won't be rushed away from here. You can continue to watch ours and hit that subscribe button on his or whatever. Tell him that you found his link over here. We do also have others that you can turn around and have a quick look at. And that is Tony, Paulzilla just bringing up that link, as well as Talk Air Iceland. So we do help out and promote the other streams. For us, nobody is a stranger or competitor in this, because I'm the only guy doing the narrating on any of these streams. So I'm not really worried about telling you guys to have a look at the other ones, which are actually excellent streams, right? So yeah, I see that. Why did that not work? Okay, maybe try it again there, Paulzilla, and that should have worked. If Talks came up, Tony's should have come up as well. I don't understand why. Real bounties, Oberberg, Brandenburg, here. Okay, cool. There, it came up that time, Paul. I don't know, that bot has been acting funny lately. Anyway, I'm going to go take that break. So, hey, how come we're not over 300 for the likes yet? We need to push that up there, guys. I will be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Okay, the microphone is back on, and I am hoping I'm not scaring anyone as I return here. I know somebody had made a comment earlier and thought, how come you're so quiet? You sound a little bit down. Oh, come on, Piggy. I came in so nice and softly. Anyway, no, I'm not down. I'm actually kind of relaxed today, wanting to take it easy, and I do want to try to be a little bit calmer on the microphone. I think it helps. Anyhow, having said all that, glad that you guys are still sticking around. Lovely group of people, 302 people in the channel, 303 likes. Good to see that, and excellent that way. Anyway, wanted to talk a little bit more about the things that are happening out there at Cumbre Vieja. And of course, this is an image that was captured, I guess, today. And yesterday we were showing a couple of the shots where we definitely seen this massive opening in front of that one vent, and the vent is just back here where that smoke is coming from, and it was this opening that we seen. Well, what is this? This is another opening, and that's happening on the northern side of that vent area. And I'm really kind of going, wow, what the heck is going on with this weird things? And anyway, a few more shots of those just to kind of give you guys a little bit more of an idea what that is looking like. And I thought that was kind of a neat feature. Just trying to get myself onto the next photo. There you can see the vent a little bit more on the other side. And that's where the vent actually is, and this is the one hole, and then the other hole is down in front here. So kind of makes you wonder what the heck is going on there. Chloe says, "Hey, hon, how are you today? I was just wondering, thinking of all the eruptions around the world. Do you think the eruption at the moment are concerned and are coincidences?" Well, okay, as far as eruptions around the world, we've always had eruptions, okay, and that's something that we kind of push here with letting people know that, yeah, this has always happened. This isn't anything super and new. Here's another shot of that, looking a little further to the back. And hey, guess what we got? And this guy is saying hey too. Popped right through it. There's our bacon seed of the day. And it is pretty cool. So everybody go, "Aw, that's a beautiful looking little bacon seed." But, you know, we always like to bring a couple of those little guys along. Yeah, that, Paul, that was a big hole right beside that vent, and I'm kind of wondering where that material is going, if it's dropping down and perhaps into an old lava tube or something that may have collapsed down below. We never know these things, so lots of stuff happening. And speaking of bacon pics, there's another one for you. And this little Hershey bar kind of chocolate piggy there looks awful cute. And he looks like he forgot to clean his teeth off there, or his beak, after he ate. Yeah, I think he's a piggy. But anyway, we love it, we love it. So absolutely gorgeous and cute, and ginger bacon seed, there you go. Ginger or light chocolate or something. Awesome. Thank you very kindly, Piggy, for sending those in today. And It's the snout. I'm talking about the schmutz on the snout. This stuff here and here. He didn't wash after he ate. Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay, so yeah, it's a Halloween pumpkin seed. Yeah, bacon pumpkin seed. It's the cheeks noodle. Yeah, of course. Eats like a piggy. Okay, on that note, I better get back to the volcano. All right. Anyway, those holes, of course, and everything are on the other side of the cone over there somewhere, or maybe even to the back side a little bit. But speaking of this, it's a sunburn bacon seed. Yeah, it could be roasted, slightly roasted. Wanted to get onto the 3D map, and I know I have it here somewhere. Just need to go find the right place. Hey, look at that! I found it. Found it there, and we'll even be able to find it on the other side. Now, the 3D map they did not do any updating on yet, and we're still kind of look at it a little bit here, though. Whoa, La Palma. That scrolled in and out very quickly, and that kind of gives you an idea what it looks like as far as the entire island. And if we zoom into the affected area, that's the lava flow outlined in the red. If we zoom in here, this is unfortunately they don't show any of the detail. They just show the bare land prior to it happening. But this is the area. Usually we are seeing the volcano from over in this angle, this way. So we don't see so well, and it is what it is. The other one out by the harbor, of course, is looking at it this way, so we're seeing this one would be right on top, and we're seeing these other two sprouting off as well. And I always keep thinking that this guy should be further back, but this, and then I think the other little smoker is right here, or maybe the other one is sitting in the back there. I'm not 100% sure of that. But like I say, they don't show the detail, and I'm going to have to peruse the maps and take a look and see what else they got there. Maybe they have some that show it a little bit better. But if you do punch in that link, La Palma 3D, it is a website where they have 12 different 3D maps that you can utilize and peruse at your leisure, and take a look where the lava is flowing. And having said that, of course, this was the primary flow that we first had hit the water. This is still getting more lava building up on it, so the last few flows have definitely been onto this area, as well as over here. There was some more reported flows. We have not seen more material coming down here or here, and this guy is still stopped just yards short or meters short of the coastline. And if it does pop in, we'll see another little peninsula build up there, and hopefully things will be cool. So now, with the difference in what's happening with the outflow, so our outflow was coming down on this side before. Now it's coming off of the cone, coming this way. So our flows on this side will likely slow or diminish, and we will see more flows coming down the original channels here as they build up. It's going to allow it to flow a little bit more, but of course, it being on top of the original stuff, it's going to be a little slower and stick a little bit more, and be slower getting out to back out to the coastline. So if it does go this way, again, in here, it's really where it's crucial which path will it take. And you know, if it does take one of these here, it's going to be interesting. But in all likelihood, because this is active, it will continue to flow out onto this new peninsula that we have here. So gives you a little bit more of an eye of what's going on there. And I wanted to go over to the the earthquake map. Of course, that is La Palma's earthquake map. I haven't refreshed it in the last few minutes. I'm going to do that right now. Just want to see. Now, what they were depicting earlier and yesterday, we had that one that showed that was just off the coastline. They actually redrew that, and they put that one right close onto the edge of the coast, and I believe it might have been this guy here. No, that's actually a new one. And might have been this guy here then. Yeah, that one is the one that they were showing out in the water earlier, and that was out somewhere around here, but they recalculated and put it back where it belonged. Anyway, looking at, we do have some really major ones that happened. We have a 4.3 right there. And then we have, I believe this one was 4.2. That was from the 22nd, though. There was a 4.9. There's that one. That was from the 23rd. And I do believe there's a couple other ones in here that were of fair size that happened just in the last 24 hours. So very, very active. And remember, our volcano was up here a little bit more. Whereas this is all kind of right down the middle of ridge here of the island. And again, if we go back to the other one here, where did I leave it? I think in here. Whoa, wrong thing. Trying to turn the map on the wrong one here. Just wanted to kind of swing that around. Let's see what we can do here. And turn it so you guys can kind of see where that is happening. If we zoom out just a little bit. Okay, so this is where our volcano is, and we are seeing most of those earthquakes in this area. Let's move that over just a little bit. There we go. So a lot of that we're seeing right in this pocket, and you can see where our present eruption is. So that kind of helps you out. And of course, if we zoom in a little bit, you can actually see that these are all volcanic craters in there. So we have a lot of seismicity going on in those areas, and there are lots and lots of possibilities of what can happen if we happen to get another eruption there of some sort. Anyway, let's get you back to the volcano, have a look at that, and that is a lovely view. And let's see what the other one looks like, and I'm going to leave it there for a few minutes, and let's see. Let's see, I haven't done the drone video link, but I think we can easily find it on YouTube. Yeah, there are some drone videos that were supposed to have shown some of that backside or southern side of the area. If you guys keep a lookout for those, that would be awesome. And so let's see. Okay, dirty jokes. Yeah, we stay away from politics in here completely. Okay, so let's try not to do that. You're more than welcome to throw little tidbits in, but let's stay away from politics and dirty things, and we're all good. This is a very, very clean stream, so yeah, it's all right. We understand sometimes you want to express yourself in certain ways, and we do understand that, right? So, but anyway, okay, but it looks like two recent fractures. Yeah, we have had a lot of different things happening with the volcano as of late. Something I did want to mention, you know, what I mentioned earlier here was that volcano, the rim was repairing itself fairly quickly. And I did want to kind of throw that from yesterday, what we had there, as soon as it'll let me. Split the screen again, and I will preload that, and we'll have a look at that. Anyway, it was from yesterday. We did see where that cone was busted up a little bit, and it probably, oh, hang on, depending on how I had it done, yeah, let's see if that's the right one. And we'll get that out of the way. No, maybe not. I think I might have closed it. Darn it. But yeah, the or is it still open? Let's see. Yeah, I still do have it open. Okay, so we can actually look at that, and if I get on the right one, and we'll back it up just a little bit. So the question was yesterday about, or earlier here in the stream, what was it like yesterday, right? So we know what happened yesterday with the breaking up of the cone. We kind of had mentioned that, if I can get the whiteboard working, they're moving through the lava fairly quickly here, but as soon as I get back up to the top, I'm going to stop, and actually I'm going to put it to here and just pause it. Whoop, get back there. Okay, right there. So this cone actually, so yesterday in the wee hours, this cone was still all the way across, and that material in here broke out and went out. You also notice a hot spot there, so it's probably tumbled down and really revealed a lot of the extra material, causing the cone to get a little softer. This was the outflow point that we were watching for the last few days already, as the lava streamed through in multiple directions here, right? So, and it did that. So that basically repaired itself over the course of yesterday, and that cone again is building up. And of course our main stuff right now was on the side that we looked at, and the new outlet is now down below here somewhere, but on that side of the mound, if you will. So hopefully that kind of lets you know a few things, or how things are working out and what happened yesterday, and I hope that's a fairly decent explanation. And let's put you back onto our volcano as of right now. And again, this is the shot from the harbor, so fairly long shot, allows you to see both the vents at the back, which are more on the southeastern side, and the one up here on the northwestern side. So basically the northwestern side being the primary or original cone areas, and the one in the back there is doing its darndest to build up. Wow, was that ever a high ejection stream. That thing is shooting it up really, really high. I accept pork barrel politics. Don, yeah, I guess we can get away with that. My neighbor's still shooting. Sophie, I hope he's not shooting at you. Piggy was my joke about on it. Andre 2000, inappropriate. Somebody making jokes? Did I miss something? I was busy yakking again. That happens when you run this stream. You know, people tell me these streams are actually pretty good to watch, and maybe one day I'll get time to sit down and watch one. I always seem to be busy when they're on live. I don't understand it. Okay, moving on. Yeah, where are we moving to, Arizona Snowman? Somewhere warm? Palm trees, maybe? I like that idea. Anyway, there's another one of those big shots up into the air, and that definitely is going way up. That's the size of the cone and then some. That's a pretty high and impressive eruptions happening out of this thing, and a lot of power pushing the material out. Anyhow, on that note, I am looking at the clock. It is break time for me, and wow, right off the screen on that one. For those who are just recent comers to the stream, please consider hitting that like button if you haven't done so as of yet. And we really would appreciate it. Always trying to get the YouTube analytics working better. And I noticed since I've been kind of hounding people to hit that like button, it has been paying off. So the promotion of the channel is getting up higher and really does help. So if you do like what you're seeing, by all means, hit that button and help us out, promote it a little bit, and away we go. You have more breaks than my patience. No, Chloe, I have to have a break every half hour, otherwise my voice is gone. Okay? I'm not like a radio host who can stop in between songs. So that is something that you have to be able to refresh yourself every once in a while to try to keep going, just so you know that. And I do apologize if that bothers you, but I need to do those. Otherwise, we won't have a stream tomorrow. Okay? And on that note, I am going to go take that break. So for those who haven't subscribed, consider doing that. And we are all good. So I am your host, DrFox2000. I will be back in 5 minutes or so. Don't go away. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and I see we have a few more people in here. Akalina, sorry, Izvinite, how do we say it in Russian? I'm just trying to think. Pongliski is what we speak here, okay? Only English, sorry, hope you understand. Spasiba, English, okay? Okay, Shefova, Aling, Akulian, Lena, Akalina, okay. Akalina, okay, thank you, got your name, and hopefully we will speak clear enough that you can understand my English. My Russian is not very good. I forgot more than I learned. So, hope that's all good. Anyway, we are watching the Cumbre Vieja volcano in La Palma on the Canary Islands. It is a wonderful fire fountain and continuing to eject a lot of lava. To kind of recap what happened earlier, about 4 or 5 hours ago, of course our primary stream was coming out in this direction and going down and then down the hill like that kind of a fashion till something happened. We're not sure if a big boulder or rock got in the way and plugged the hole up. But we did see this entire area start to glow. These openings opened up here and are allowing the majority of our lava flow out right now. We are not seeing anything on this side, and that there may still be flow happening there, but it would be in lava tubes that we're just not able to see, or it's very, very little material coming out. I'm still suspecting that we're going to see this area break, or at least something like that. The material that we showed from yesterday there that was broken out here, and we did see that extra material that we thought was going to break off the day before or the night before. We seen that on Friday night, and then of course yesterday morning it broke out. So I'm suspecting that we will perhaps see something in this area, although again it is what it is. Okay, let's not be rude to people here. Let's see. Wow, a lot of stuff being said here. Okay, Pum, we don't need that. And what is going on? Okay, Stuka, maybe just watch the language. It would be a little bit easier. And okay, I'm just trying to keep the peace in here. Let's not get too rowdy. We know that the volcano is causing a lot of destruction. Okay, so that is understandable. Okay, so Stuka, we don't need to talk about medicine in here right now, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I did have an email I wanted to kind of look at real quick, and we'll see what that one says shortly. And okay, we do have those. Wanted to see what it says here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna throw those up here. Just got some interesting shots in here that we'll see if we can save them and get them on there for you guys. and hopefully this will work out, and I can share them with you real quick. Boy, these are hard to save sometimes. A lot of processing involved here to get the pictures on, so hopefully we will be able to get them up there for you right away. And okay, those are saved. Then I can work on trying to get them up here. Let's see, Piggy, I have this, no worries. Okay, no worries, Arizona Snowman, you can handle things. Please settle down and enjoy the show, thank you. And all good. All right. Yeah, Arizona Snowman is very capable of taking care of things, so let's let him work on that. And I just wanted to share these other shots with you guys that just came in, so let me see if I can get them loaded up very quickly, and hopefully it will be good. Alright, get into that folder, add images. We need to go up one, there we go. I want to do that one first. Okay. Yeah, so basically doing this on the fly, guys. So sometimes if you wonder why it takes so long, it's you have to get the material into your studio that you're using to make it happen. Not as easy as it always sounds, but you know, it happens. We have to watch what we're doing and try to keep everything organized well enough to be able to bring it to you. So let's see, we'll get the next one into place. Got it. Add another one. And trying to get them in on the at the last minute or so is always a little bit difficult sometimes. So interesting pictures though. You guys are gonna like these. Uh-oh, I think I messed it up. I think I messed them up. Order-wise, I did too. That's okay. No, 4, 3, 2, oh, I need that one. There we go, 1. Alright, so, alright, we're going to throw you over to these other wonderful shots. Okay, so, of course, this is one of the interesting shots here. Now, I'm not sure, because they were zoomed in so close, which one that actually is, and I've got a sneaky hunch that's the back one. And here's another shot giving you a little bit more of an idea of what it looks like from the back. Now obviously we can, well, can't get my crayons on here, hang on, where'd my crayons go? There they are. Copy, remove, paste. Okay, that should work. Yeah, so you see this little vent there, you see this guy here, you see this guy here, of course, and there's another one hiding back behind there somewhere. And that's kind of what we're looking at right now. I'm almost suspecting that this was a separate little vent as well. So kind of weird looking at that, but let's go to the next shot. And that is this one, and there you can see your 4 vents in a row, and that is actually pretty cool to be able to see, and I enjoy looking at that. So pretty awesome. And yeah, it almost looks like we had separate little vents here and maybe here at one point in time. Of course, this little guy. So we could have more vents opening up back there. We don't know yet, but we're going to keep an eye on things. And let's see if we go down one more. We had one more shot to look at, I think. Or was that it? No, we had one more. And that, I believe, was... Or hang on, that's the first one. No, we'll turn that one off. Turn that one off. This is the one that I wanted to look at. This was kind of an aerial shot from way back. And they had it a little further back. You can kind of see the way the fire was moving, and this would have been taken from the northeast side a little bit of the actual crater. So it shows you how much that backside is really building up like this, because that used to be sloped down like that, and that back cone is really starting to catch up to the front cone. And I bet you we'll have it up there in no time at all. And these fire fountains, of course, when they're throwing out all that tephra just like that, it really doesn't take long for it to rebuild the cone, and really awesome to see. And right now, I don't know if we're suffering from smoke in the way, or if it's just not as active as it was. Here's the long range shot. So yeah, we can see it is still fairly smoky. So Rebecca says, Dr. Fox, is it possible it could implode on itself? I don't know about imploding. Something that we do have to consider, though, because this is a very volcanic island, we do have to consider that there may still be old lava tubes underneath that have been avoided so far, and that we could have something heating through some of these and causing some collapses. Now, again, that is just kind of a hypothesis that is possible. That we have, because it is volcanic in nature. So if we have something dropping down or settling, we may see it involving a small earthquake, as well as seeing, an area drop somewhere. So we haven't seen any of that yet, which is kind of cool, kind of interesting. But I'm wondering, well, other than that other shot that we showed earlier there of the steaming vent with that material that has dropped around the outsides of it. And again, with looking at that, you do have to wonder, was it an old lava tube that it crashed into, or came up beside, and that material decided to all of a sudden collapse and fall down? So it's pretty cool. David Nickel, and I don't know, yeah, I did say thanks for that super chat, David. I do remember with Bob, remember Bob with great fondness. Bob was such a nice volcano. Really, Bob was. We really enjoyed Bob. I honestly did, guys. Bob was a really, really nice volcano. I might even have Bob on here yet. That would be like deja vu, though, if we looked at Bob. Let's maybe see if I'm gonna see if I can find Bob, just to throw that back in for you guys, and let you reminisce a little bit. And I'm pretty sure I still have them loaded up here somewhere. And let me see if I can find them. At least I thought I had them loaded up. No, that's not Bob. Hang on. I don't think that's Bob either. No. No, No, I'm not seeing Bob in my list here. I'm gonna have to, maybe he's in a different one. I know I kept it in here for some reason. So, where the heck did you go, Bob? Oh, darn, I can't find Bob. Bob's eluded me. Why have you eluded me, Bob? Oh, darn. Okay, and let's see. What do we got happening there? I wanted to see if we had anything happening out at Mount Etna. And let me see if I can even find it on my gauntlet of good things. And oh no, that webcam is offline. Okay, so the Mount Etna is offline. Can't find that for you, but I am going to hunt for Bob. I know I have him somewhere. Add the source image, and let's see if we go up. Where the heck did it go? I'm looking for Bob. Why am I not seeing Bob? Well, this is a different picture of Bob, and I'm sure you guys will appreciate this one just as well. And this was when Bob was still fairly little. So we'll throw that live just so you can kind of see that. This was one of the original cameras that was no more, and this was when Bob was dumping a bunch of lava, and I just thought I'd share that with you so you can actually see Bob. Now, of course, on this picture, Bob has long since been buried, and Ragnar was off to the left-hand side. Yona, welcome. I didn't notice you earlier. Glad to have you on here. And Yona probably remembers this. This is Bob and Bob Jr. And it is a beautiful, beautiful view of the lava pond breaking there and doing its thing. And of course, this camera that this view was from, this camera was actually ended up tipping over and had the lines burnt. They did manage to save the camera, but had to do some repairs to it. But that was Bob way back when. So just thought we'd like to share that with you, and I will try to locate my other little captures of Bob. I don't know, I've got so many files loaded up here, it's hard to know which folder it's actually in now, or scene as we call them in the software. Bob right and Bob left. No, Bob right was Bob, and Bob left was Bob Jr. And then you had Mini-Me Bob as well, who popped out for a while and then disappeared again. So, yeah, it's been a long time since that happened, and wow, you know, you look at that and just think back, and really when we talk about a long time, it really isn't that long of a time, and it's been a while since we seen that kind of thing. And you see how high Theater Hill was in comparison, and how deep in the valley that actually is. And you know, that whole valley is filled up with hundreds of feet of lava. So that's pretty wild, is what it is. It really, really is. Because of Bob, why I'm still here. Jade, Yeah, you know, Bob got probably all of us hooked on lava. He's guilty. It's just over 7 months. Yeah, Bob and Bob Jr. They were the ones. And for those who are wondering as to why they got called Bob and Bob Jr., and I really don't want to take the blame for it, but I will take the blame for it. At the time, there was no way I was able to say Geldingadarler or Fagradalsfjall, and I had also no way of trying to pronounce Meridalier or Not Hagi or Not Creaky. But obviously, I'm doing a little bit better with those names now. You know, since having been doing this for 7 months, and also being able to actually have gone to Iceland and seen this in person. So it is really actually very awesome to have been there and to actually have witnessed the later stages. I would have loved to have seen Bob in person. Would have been really, really cool. Mercury, where's the beef? Well, we definitely have the fire to roast it on, that's for sure. And we all went to Iceland. Yes, I took every one of you with me. So that was the end of that video. Let's get back onto our present day Cumbre Vieja, who's growing horns out of his head. There's the horns coming out of the volcano, and pretty good sight. All you have to do is get the pronunciation correct. Is take a swig of water and gargle. Kevin the Argonaut. No, almost, but close. Mr. Horns, love your show. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying it, Mercury. And we are pretty much at the end of the show today, though. So on that friendly note, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for being here today and enjoying what we as the Lava family have shared together. You speak speak Icelandic? Can you speak Icelandic, Dr. Fox? No, Yona, I cannot speak Icelandic. I'm a German guy. Ich spreche Deutsch and some English and very petite Francais, little French, Francais. So. Unfortunately, no, I don't speak Icelandic. Oh, hey, why is that blowing up? Let me get on the other one here and let's have a closer look here. Why this is all of a sudden looking like it's blowing up. And that hotspot may have just popped out of there. Let me see if we can get that back on the screen live here. I just want to get back a couple of 20 seconds maybe. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll back up just a little bit so we can see what's going on here. Oh, that's the other feed. So you see what I was saying about we're gonna have a blowout here. Watch what happens. There you go. So it's starting to collapse, and that is exactly where we thought it was. Yeah, I did rewind it just a couple of minutes here so we could look at it at the closer view. So we are definitely getting some collapsing material happening there. We'll stick around for another minute or so, but I do want to say I appreciate each and every one of you for being here today in the stream. Also, MT Coal Forge, which is the link that I have tagged at the top there of the channel. He's also showing that the beautiful thing here. So if you want to go see more of this, you can always pop over there. Make sure you let them know that Dr. Fox sent you over. So if you want, and if you like what you see over there, you can definitely subscribe and help him out a little bit, grow his channel, and would be really awesome. Anonif says, we appreciate you, Dr. Fox, and you are most certainly welcome. There goes the front of that, another poof out. Jane Bench, thank you for another great and informative stream and mods. Hope to see all of you tomorrow. Okay, great. Thank you, Jane, for being here. And awesome to have had you on board. And thank you, Yona. And I really do appreciate all of you, because without you, this stream would not be possible. So also want to say thank you very much to all the super chatters. That really does help out, because I don't have any monetization on, so the only revenue from the stream to help support things here, of course, is from you guys. So really awesome. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to my moderators. All of you guys are really super duper awesome. We have Arizona Snowman, Piggy, and Paulzilla in doing their job today. And we are doing really well with that. Yeah, you see how that's lighting up in the front there now, where that arrow is pointed. That's exactly where I thought things were going to go awry here, and I'm sure before too long we will see that whole front piece pop out of there and cause a little bit more damage. Big shout out to the mods. John, thank you. Sherry Hewitt, Night Colin Taylor, Mark LaBarbecue. Have a good evening, Dr. Fox. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. And glad everyone is here and happy and doing their thing. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this on just for a few more minutes. I'm very curious as to what's going to happen. And it's kind of weird the way that's streaming out of there now at the top end. And we are seeing more pieces kind of falling down. So very curious as to what we're seeing. And of course the plume gets bigger. I wonder if we're going to see a big push. It would be interesting to see that whole thing just tumble down the hill and cause a gaping hole in the side of the cone. That would really be an awesome show. Stefan says, good night, Dr. Fox and Piggy. Redline, glad to have you on board here. Yeah, I did predict that spot, and that's what I was saying earlier, that it's weakened, and it definitely looks like it could go. So, you know, I'm not sure if it will. I'm going to advance it now just by 5 seconds at a time here. We'll see if it how much it changes once we get it right back to live. And not quite live yet. And we're trying to see if we catch up to it. Amelia throws in the $2 super chat. Thank you very much, Amelia. That's awesome. Appreciate the wonderful super chat. Glad you're enjoying it and love it. And oh, I think we should be live now. Yeah, we're back to live now. And we see it almost looks like a skull face drooling with over top of its big beard sticking out of the side of there. Lava leakage, and it is a wonderful job. doing a wonderful job. Anyway, we could be waiting a long time, so I'm not going to stick around too long. But old Mummy of Hamsters throws in a $5 super chat. Wow, thank you. Awesome of you, Mummy of Hamsters. Really do appreciate it. Very cool, you guys. And I think it is, though, about time we got out of the stream. If this thing does collapse, I will record it for us for tomorrow, of course, and we'll see what happens. And I really think it's cool. So on that friendly note, I am going to get rid of that scribble on there. We'll put our thank you for watching up top, and I will let this wind down. So let's see if we can get those likes back up to 420. That's what the magic number is there. So if anyone can throw a quick like in there, if you're enjoying the stream, please, if you haven't hit it yet, it really would help us out. Also, if you haven't subscribed, do consider doing that. Wow, that just popped over to 421 real quick. Thank you. Awesome, you guys. Really do appreciate it. And is this thing going to go now? I'm just wondering. It almost looks like it is. Let's hang on for a few more seconds and just see and watch what it does. It would really be nice if we could see that all the way through. Yeah, it's starting to shoot through the side, which is really indicative of that being really a weakened area. There you see another little plume coming out of there. Too cool, guys, too cool. Absolutely awesome. Pepper4050, thank you. Can you go closer? Unfortunately, I don't know if we can get it closer on the other view. Let me see if the other one is live, live and closer. That is live. Let's see if it'll bring it a little bit closer. It's not by much. It's not very much closer, but it is there. So it should be all right. Evie, towards BB's food and nibbles. Oh, thank you, Evie. That's awesome of you, and appreciate that £10 super chat. That's cool. We'll definitely work on that. Tina throws in a £5. Wow, you guys are killing me here. Thanks for the super show. As always, see you tomorrow night, or tomorrow night, and take care. Thank you, Tina Sassy. That's awesome. Thank you for the support, both of you, Evie and Tina. It always does help. Thank you kindly. And Shadow of Neo, there it goes. Well, I don't know if it's going to go or not. Like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I will definitely record it. I think it's going to be kind of stuck there for a little bit before we get some larger bursts coming out, and that's what we really need. Sharon Stewart also throws in a $10 super chat. Wow, what are you guys doing? Holy mackerel. That is awesome. Really do appreciate it, Sharon Stewart, and Evie and Tina. That's excellent, you guys. Thank you. And thank you to all the super chatters tonight. That is really awesome of you to throw that out there. Wow. Absolutely cool. Okay, well, our volcano is, I don't know what it's going to do. Maybe it's going to just sit there. Maybe it's going to fix itself. Yeah, it could, you know. But we see that material keep pushing out right here on the side, and I'm really thinking that we're going to get this chunk coming out now when I see that. So could very well happen. And anyway, I think I'm going to leave it at that. We are looking at an awesome display there. So like I said, I will record it if it does throw out major amounts. So I do have to get going at other things that I have planned here for today yet. So again, I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you guys for being here today. Those super chats are really awesome. You guys did really well with that. I appreciate them a whole bunch. It certainly does help out, since the channel or the streams aren't monetized. That way it can make things go here. So on that note, again, thank you everyone for being here tonight, and I will let's see, get that back up here. There we go. Take care everyone, and hopefully we can see you at tomorrow's stream. I'm on the table, PC toast by update, or toasted by update. Okay, well, we are trying to do what we need to do. Anyway, you have options to keep track of this on some of the other streams. You have Tony's link in the channel there. You've got Talk Air Iceland as well. You have MT Coal Forge, which is up on the top of the screen, pinned up there. If you guys want to give it a shot and take a look, and you guys can always go over there and see what's happening. I do need to get things shut down though, so again, thank you everyone for being here tonight. Thank you to the mods again. Thank you for all the super chatters. You guys are awesome, and that really does help out. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to see what happens. I see it is doing larger eruptions again, so definitely going to keep the eye on this, and we'll go from there. So please have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful evening to each and every one of you. And for those, I just want to use my line that I always do. Please tell your loved ones you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Good night, everyone, and thank you.